I'm back. Hello, I'm back. Hi, good morning, and welcome to Tottenham Country Gold. As I've just come past Jupiter, and I'm just going past the moon now. And as I look out my window, I see an alien on the moon with a big thing saying, "I love TTG." So there you go. We've even reached the far reaches of space. But anyway, enough of my rambling. Good morning, and welcome to Top 10 to Gold, your home of classic matches, classic games, and classic content. We're back this morning with another Ben from the coffee shop. More Tottenham talk about the Brighton game and just a bit of light-hearted laughs and jokes, just to ease you into your lunchtime viewing. This morning, I'm joined by my three brilliant guests. But firstly, I want to say a big up to Kuva and Ben for running the shows for the last few days when I've had a few days off. They've done an absolute marvellous job, absolute brilliant job, absolutely fantastic. So big up to you two, and thank you so much for doing the show for the last few days. You've done an absolutely brilliant job at area, especially you, Cooper, for hosting it and everything. So firstly, tuck my hat off to you two. We're joined by Mr. K this morning. I will go through each of them this morning. We're just going to talk about the Brighton game. So, Ben, how are you this morning, sir?
Doing okay. It's been a long week. We're at the end of the week. It's time to relax, watch Tottenham batter Brighton, and maybe have a bit of disease after this long slugger of a week. But we're doing okay.
And Coover, I'm going to have to say this. Wexford, we have a problem. I just had to say that, so. Right. Coover, how are you this morning, sir?
I'm all right. It's you I'm concerned about.
Yeah. It's
Your little stellar adventures at the start of the show. Yeah, it's good here, mate. Good here, mate. Bit tired, but that's generally not why everybody's that way.
It is. I may be a bit hyped because it's my birthday tomorrow, so I'm getting a bit hyped before it. I'm actually 45 tomorrow, so I'm reaching middle age. So, it's all downhill from there.
You said you were 45 earlier.
I know I'm 45.
Hopefully we'll score 4 or 5 goals tomorrow, okay?
How many years running have you been saying you're 45?
I've been saying I'm 18 for the last 25 years, so I'm still 18 tomorrorow. So that's I'm sticking to that. I'll probably look about 60, but I'll stick to 41. And Mr. K, how are you, sir? How are you this morning?
It's you know what? It started off it's raining down this morning. It's proper raining down, and then all of a sudden the clouds are parted, the sun's come out. It's a lovely sunny day, and your stream starts. Amazing, good timing.
A little bird's about to land on your shoulder now and start singing.
Yeah. Singing.
Hope it's Adele.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope it's Adele.
I don't know. I liked her when she was a bit more plump. So
yeah,
I don't like the skinny version.
Yeah, the bird will come down singing, "Don't worry, be happy." That was a great song in the 80s. Anyway, shall we say good morning to a few people, Goof? Just introduce
them? Not bother.
Nah, okay. We've got this Mr. K. I don't know who he is. He must be a new visitor this morning. So good morning, Mr. K.
Good morning to you
go
guys.
On, Goof. I'll hit him, you read them.
Why are you struggling with this one? Just says oi.
Yeah. Oh no, I struggled with that. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Input, output.
Morning, celery agent and Moondog.
Yeah, good morning.
You know what? There was a guy on Twitter I saw. He had the same image on it, as well as the gummage on it.
Oh, yeah, I've seen somebody else using it as well. It's my neck of the woods, that is.
I'm old enough to remember the
morning,
series,
mate.
bro.
Going to be good to see you again, mate. And Stephen Cartwright as well. Morning to everybody. Tavan Cron, Wembley 1. Good morning again, mate. Another regular in the house.
Yeah.
He said good morning. The fun house is here. Yeah. Mark Cousins. No, we haven't signed anybody yet because transfer window's shut.
We did. We signed a cat to deal with the mice problem. That's what we signed.
No, the mice.
Right. Yeah, we signed
all the rodents are out of the club now.
Yeah. That's true.
We signed a man who got rid of one of the bull frauds. One bull fraud down, 2 more to go. We're on the Paratity train.
Celery agent saying this intro goes well with steak and eggs. Oh, nice. I'm
getting hungry now.
Yeah.
You know what? I've got steak in the fridge. I might have steak breakfast or steak lunch.
Oh no, don't mention steak.
Morning, Philip, the grandfather of all the Harris Army,
Morning, mate.
all the channels. Morning, sir. Celebration. Good morning to all. Sounds like the fella out of Hello Hello.
Andrew, morning all. Hope all is well. Hope you're doing well, mate. I haven't heard you for
Yeah.
a couple of days. I was going to message you, actually. Hope you're going well, mate.
Yeah.
And Gaguma, lovely to see you as always. Moondog saying, who's the new signing? Oh, wait, it's Dermot. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm the new sign. Signed a 5-year contract worth 500,000 pizzas a year, and on the salary of about 2 pence. Daniel Levy signing, just typical. Won't pay, will it?
Dermot's the new Ryan Nelson confirmed. Yeah. Who's going to be the Lewis Sahara of this deal?
Oh, he's still going to call Paratici the Don now? It's debatable.
Not yet.
Yeah.
Depends how Dermot does over the course of a season.
Yeah.
Not very well.
Fair enough. After Akron saying it was great to meet you, Mr. K, at Hotspur Way on Monday.
Yeah.
It was good to see. It was good to see people turning up. At least the movement may not have been as much as Brian Daigle was hoping for, perhaps, and perhaps it was a little disappointing in some ways. But the main point at the end of it, there were more people than there have been before. This Levy out is growing. Yeah. And I think that's an important point to remember, especially online.
People are slowly turning. They're slowly turning to a new movement, and people are starting. Tottenham fans have always been the silent type, I think, in terms of sharing their discontent. But that is changing. The world is changing. Tottenham fans are finally starting to find their voice, and it's a beautiful thing.
Alex was saying steak there. I said, that's as little as he has to do. Just come on and say steak. That is Alex summed up.
He'll be on tonight.
I need to hear this steak song. You know that. I've not heard this steak song.
Well, if you join tonight at 11 o'clock on Coover's and Cleveland Fields free-for-all show, pardon me, you will hear the steak song with R2T2 and 3PO as well. They making appearances as well. And anybody else who has
it's an acquired taste. Alcohol helps a lot, so that's all I'm saying.
Maybe that's what I'm missing. I need to get this drunk before I go on to the show. Maybe that's what I need to happen.
Yeah, the humour level is at the sort of pub kicking out stage for most of the Friday night show. Moondog saying good morning, Dermot, Coover, Ben and Mr. K. Morning, mate. Stevie Fraser, morning all. Morning, chats. Welcome back, Dermot, says Stephen Cartwright.
Thank you very much.
People talking amongst themselves a little bit. Alex has gone on to Brighton, gets staked everywhere they go. That'd be nice.
That's going to be a running gag for the rest of the year, right?
Yeah, well.
Just people saying hello to each other. Gaguma's wishing you a happy birthday in advance there, Donuts. Tomorrow,
thank you very much. Yeah, tomorrow, yeah. Thank you very much.
44 tomorrow now, is it? Or
yeah, no, 18.
He's 19 now, finally.
Okay. All right, yeah, okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Very nice. Thank you. It's great to see you, my friend. Celery's saying Adele's steak song. Here we go. Absolutely. Oh, that brings in a bit of who is it with the "Here We Go"?
Cristiano Romano.
Romano, that's it.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Morning, Sean. How are you doing?
Morning, Shawnee. He'll be on at 1 o'clock, I think, today with Dave Harris, I think. So get over to his channel at 1 o'clock. He's overtaken us actually in subscriptions, not by many. So we're on.
Of course, he would. We're like extreme niche sort of channel, really.
But we're on your tail. We're on your tail, Mr. Butler.
Yeah. Does Sean have his own coffee shop on the screen?
No, he does not.
Sean, in fact, down with Sean. Boo, boo. With your popularity and stuff.
T2G Army, your job is to get us ahead of Sean again. That's your mission if you choose to accept it. Tell the agent, Sunday, good morning.
Chris, good morning and happy birthday to Dermot.
Thank you very much.
Replying to a few. Alex saying, Kulishevsky and Bentanka are expected to be in the TFC X3 squad to face Brighton tomorrow. Yeah, it's interesting to see if they're going to start or come on as subs or anything. You imagine they're going to play at some point, surely.
Yeah.
Otherwise, why do you sign players? I mean, get them in the team.
Exactly.
Let's see what they can do.
I think they're just talking to.
Yeah, the state train again is the usual. Sorry, Dermot.
Let me know when you get to
sorry,
Graham.
I'll let you do it then. Sorry.
Multitasking says, out of background, have you guys on my phone and Ben and Sim from We Are Tottenham TV on the PC? Spurs is stereo. And Dermot's
Really? Are they on?
taking set pieces now, and everyone is going to say, Penod. Oh God, yeah. Penodermot. Well, not like the E on the end, so it's like Penodermot there.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a bit of class.
Bit of pizza, a bit of pasta, a bit of wine, no.
And Stevie Fraser, Dermot on pay and when you play, definitely.
Yeah, that's it. I've got a good relationship with Conte. He's paying me every week. I'll just send a hit down if he doesn't.
Lot of people just logging on, saying hello to people.
Yeah.
Ribsy85, good to see you, my friend. Eugene, good of you to be here again,
Good morning,
mate.
Eugene.
William Kelly, morning, mate.
Morning.
And Graham, morning, mate. A lot of our regulars. Good to see the regular faces each time. Gives our channel a bit of identity just from the comments section, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, Graham. Can I ask Graham? This ended up in my bag when I got home.
Could you bring it down a bit so we can actually do
Graham, is this yours? Because it was in my rucksack.
He's stolen
I'm wondering who this belongs to.
Could you go across a bit so we can see the other side?
Don't call the Met Police, Graham.
Yeah, I'll love that one.
That's it. I love it too.
Perfect for this channel as well, because that's
please, Graham, can you type into the chat exactly who this belongs to? Because it's inside my rucksack when I got home.
If Dave Mackay wants it, it's Dave Mackay's.
Yeah.
Or Dave Mackay's family.
That's it. Ato Akron saying Bentango played for Uruguay down in South America just the other night.
Yeah.
So most likely to be on the bench at most, one would think. I think you've got to be sensible with people travelling and just recovering from games and things. Perhaps they're not quite in the right state to go onto the pitch. But you never know. He might come on as a sub anyway.
He might do. Mark Cousins, thank you very much. Very kind of you to say that. And happy birthday to your daughter as well. Sean is saying boo to us, saying that we're going to overtake it. We're after you, Shawnee boy. We're after you.
Bring it.
Never underestimate the TTG army. Do not underestimate that.
Yeah,
army is the best
I might
in the
give you a
world.
copy. That'll get you. I'll give you a copy.
And Kieran McDonald, I don't think we said hello yet, but good of you to join us
morning,
as well,
Kieran.
mate. And can I have a stake on the player with number 6 on it?
No.
Have it and draw a stake on the player with number 6 on it. Definitely. Right. That's it for the comments for the time.
It is
time
now.
here.
Right, Brighton tomorrow, FA Cup. This is going to be a short show this morning. Just to ease me back in gently for back to the work again on Monday. The lads have done a fantastic job. Kuva, Brighton tomorrow. What do you expect from the first game after the transfer window shut? And will the new players start, or do you think one will start the bench?
I think the sensible move is going to be to bring players in gradually, so people coming off the bench, perhaps. I think the temptation might be there with somebody like Kulishevsky to play him from the start, though. Just bring a bit of excitement into the get things going with the team. But I think it's probably a little bit too early. You need players to have a bit of time to get used to their new teammates and surroundings and things and settle down. So perhaps some substitute appearances is the sensible route. I would like to see a couple of them start. Why not? Throw them into the cup game, see what they can do. If they're not managing, it's better to take them off, perhaps, than play half the game and then bring them on and they don't quite click. You kind of waste of a substitute then. But, it's interesting. Conte will have a good idea who's ready for it, who isn't. So I'm not worried.
That's good. Ben, are you looking forward to the game? Do you think this could be a cup run to the final for us?
I think we will start to see a united unit. I think this is now going to be a team without any passengers in it. It's going to be pulling in the same direction. Again, as Mr. K said, the clouds have cleared, the sun is shining, and we're going to batter Brighton tomorrow. And it's going to be this is a new slate for us. This is the start of the era. We've got 2 players that have won the league before in Italy. And now we've now got 2 people that we're now going to start winning things, and this is the start. This is the start of a new day.
A start of a new era. That's a great answer. Just quickly, I just wanted to say something. Where is it now? Steve Fraser. He said, "Sean, bring it up." It's a funny comment actually. I find it really funny. Sean paid me £50 to subscribe. Not sure if everyone else gets the same deal here. Well, I think so. Right. Well, Sean.
I'll start to Sean if he gives me 50 quid.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. To keep you on our side, Stevie. We'll give you a packet of crisps and a Mars bar. So there's your deal from us, and also you get Coover and Ben as part of the deal. So there you go. That will keep you here. Mr. K. With Brighton now, we've got a few games coming up now, one after the other. Do you think Tottenham are in a good place now to fight for that top 4 and the FA Cup?
Well, if you look at what's coming ahead of us, first of all, which is Brighton, we're going to play a team that had better possession of the ball than Chelsea did, right? So they're like 60%, 65% compared to Chelsea's 35%. Now, when you compare that team, Chelsea, to us, they had over 60%, 65% possession compared to our 35%. So we're looking at one team which is better than us, and the next team is even better in terms of ball retention. All right, fair enough, we can break on them, we can go and score a goal, we're lightning fast. But in terms of keeping the ball, if Brighton want to, they can just frustrate us. Right? And if you look at the 2 forms that both our teams head-to-head with them, and you look at our form and look at their form, they have not lost a match in the last 5 games because they've been either drawing or winning, and they've been very close to winning those draws that they had. Okay? So this is a team that's currently in good form. We're a team that every time we have expectation, where we get a good feeling, what happens? The team comes along and takes our pants down and gives us a slap. Now, what Conte has been able to do so far in the first 10 games in the league, that is, he's proven that we can struggle and get over the line, right? So, and when we go up against a really big team, then we get dirty slap. But he's proved that we can do it. So if you base it on that, and then you look at the fact that we brought in 2 players which are brought up in Juve in terms of their training system, winning mentality, then I think to myself that we could have a couple of players that could maybe hit the ground running. I think it might be harder for Bentancur because to play in the midfield, right? Yeah, you really got to understand the Premier League, right? You really got to understand your position and the teammates around you, and that's going to take a lot longer for him to do. But in terms of someone passing you the ball or you tapping the ball to somebody and then you running forward and grabbing the ball and knocking the back of the net, right? Yeah, that's something that's built in you. So I think Kulusevski, right? Yeah, is actually going to prove to himself in the early stages to be a very, a very good player that's suddenly bringing something to us. Are we going to be good enough to get into top 4? I'm telling you, it's going to be super close. Because at least one of those teams, whether it's Man United, whether it's Arsenal, or even Hammers, for example, right? Yeah, they could go on a little run, and if they do, that's it. We're not catching them, right? It's that simple.
Yeah,
even with games in hand.
Yeah.
Right. So, is it possible? Yes, it is possible. Is it likely? The answer is most probably not. And you know me, I'm the type of guy that would turn around to you and tell you that we're going to beat any team 4-1. But I really got to turn around and say, you know what? Let's just not get too overexcited. Let's see how these players go about. And then we'll assess them in 4 weeks and say, okay, right, now do we stand a chance of getting to that top 4? We'll only know that when these players get on the pitch. Well, up until now, they look fantastic. We watched all their videos. They're doing. I mean, actually, you know what? Bentancur's actually got a collection of videos where he muffs things up. Somebody at Juve did not like this player, and quite a few decided to make videos about him. it's like the Lo Celso videos. Honest to God, they're that bad. So I know if you're in the midfield, you're going to play the ball around, people are going to rob the ball off you, but these are silly things, man. And there's videos of him doing fantastic things, right? So you got to take it somewhere in the middle. And sometimes if you even look at someone like Lo Celso, for example, he was doing really great where he was, I think, Betis, right? And when he came over to us, broke a leg straight away. You got Kulusevski, right? Yeah, who's been out for nearly half a season with an injury. I'm not too sure if that was an ACL or not, right? So he hasn't played that many matches this particular season, right? So that's another little alarm bell that's ringing in my head. We get players that come in that look prospectively quite good, and they've got some underlying medical issue that we're not aware of. And then they go out, they play, they get damaged, then they're off for about 6 months. They come back, they don't get enough playing time, they get damaged again. And then all of a sudden in 2 years, they've only done 2 assists, 1 goal, played 6 matches. And all of a sudden we're repeating what we said about, Lo Celso. We said something similar about Bergwijn, but he's proved us to be wrong, that he's actually exceptionally gifted player running forward. Now, because Bergwijn has shown his colours, you got him on the left. You got Kulusevski on the right. You can stick Kane in the middle. And then on top of that, you've got Sonny on the left, Mora on the right, and Kane in the middle. So technically, if you wanted to, right, yeah, you got enough rotation of the front attacking force. The question is, what are you going to do for your midfield? We've got 4 players in the middle of our field, right? So you've got Winks, Højbjerg, Bentancur, and Skip. So you've got good options in the center of the pitch. But on the right wing, you still got Emerson, who can't cross the ball. So I don't know if he's been taking extra practice lessons on how to cross the ball or not, or whether or not he can do that in the some time he's got. You got Reguilon on the left-hand side. And if Reguilon gets injured, who we got on the left, really? Sessegnon? I'm not that super impressed. I think Sessegnon needs another half season with us, really. He's not really had enough game time. And the game time he has had, he hasn't been able to impress enough. Okay? So we're weak on the left. We're weak on the right.
Yeah.
We're strong in the middle. Supposedly we're strong in the middle. We're strong in the front. Right? Now let's look at our defense. Right? Dyer's coming back in. Let's hope he doesn't do any more moon boots. Sanchez is starting to play with confidence with the ball at his feet, which is something I dreaded to think last season. So that's kind of good. We've got Davis, who's always Mr. Reliable in terms of 6 out of 10. He's actually started to produce 6.5 out of 10 performances. So he's upped his game. Whether he can maintain a 6.5, I don't know, but he definitely give you a 6. If he gets injured, who's going to play on the left? Sanchez? The last time Sanchez played on the left, man, I wanted to go kill myself. I'm sorry, I wanted to go and slap somebody. Some bald fella. So realistically speaking, we've got one. So literally, if you want to get in the top 4, you've got to have the backups, the depth in squad, in order for you to get to that top 4 position and last throughout the whole season. You got a few cup runs to do. You got the main leagues to do. You got grass that might trip someone up. So now, okay, so what do we got? So we got weakness on the right, no backup. We got weakness on the left, no backup. We got weakness in our central defense on the left-hand side, no backup for there either. Romero's come back, but Romero was too new in the Premier League. He didn't get a decent run before he got injured. So yeah, it's nice to get Romero there, but why is everyone getting excited over a player that has hardly shown us anything? Oh yeah, he did an amazing performance in the other league that he played in. Yeah, that's fantastic. But in the Premier League now, boy, this is where it hurts, right? So, then you got Dyer, Sanchez on the right hand side alongside Dyer, perfect. That'd be okay. Tanganga needs still a little bit more experience. He slows the game down too much. Doesn't flow it enough. He doesn't have the experience to get the ball out quicker out of his feet. So yeah, we've got weaknesses as a team, but then maybe other teams have got weaknesses too. So it's just going to come down to who's got less weaknesses and who can sustain a run. Because Manchester United have got players that can pull a goal out of nowhere. we need our front players to do something similar to that.
Mm-hmm.
Once in a while, just go raggo, go around people. Now Kulusevski could be that man. He's very quick, and he's new. That means that the opposition's defenses haven't quite worked him out yet. Give it a month, and they will have clocked him. So we need to use him now. So I've got a funny feeling that he's definitely going to be on the bench because he's an attacking option. Bentancur on the bench? No, I don't think so. So yeah, that's my take on it. I'm hesitant to say we're going to go for top 4. Do we need top 4 though?
Yes.
Realistically.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. Would you be happy with an FA Cup and 6th position?
I would, yeah. But we still need top 4.
No, but
I'm greedy. I'm greedy. I'm going to have both.
Yeah.
You want it all, and you want it now.
Damn right.
Okay.
You know, that was a great song by Queen. I want it all. I mean, that should be the theme tune to Tottenham fans this season. I want it all. We've got a question here by Phil. Big up Phil this morning. And if anyone didn't see us, people on the mental health stream last night, big up to Tottenham and Tour for doing that stream as well. Big up to everyone that went on it. As I said, you're all warriors and inspiration to myself and everyone. So big up, and I think they're trying to raise €2,000. So if you can, please go onto their channel to the link on there for the charities. Give us little or as much as you can. Cleve, I'll start with you on this question. Would you rather Spurs win nothing for the next 10 years and then 2 trophies a season for the following 10 years, or an FA Cup this season and a league in 5 years, but that's it?
Oh dear. Well, I mean, since I know it'll be guaranteed, I'll go for the nothing for the next 10 years and then 2 trophies a season. There's 20 trophies in 10 years coming up. I can hang on for that. But damn, it's nice. I'm looking at FA Cup this season. Really, that flashes up at me pretty heavily. So that's a tough one. I'll put this in context. Phil and I are asking each other the "would you rather" questions all the time on this sort of stuff.
Yeah.
We're not talking about women right now.
No, not this. That's another one. They feature heavily in these "would you rather." But no, this one tough question. But at the end of the day, 20 trophies coming up in 10 years. That would be the one you'd take.
I think we'll all take that, wouldn't we? Ben?
Yeah. You're going to have to say it, don't you? Of course, I'd like to see us win something now, because now is the time we need to win something. We're seeing the end of Liverpool's run. Even though they're doing really well, they're going to have to rebuild their team next year, because Salah might leave, Mane might leave. A lot of their players are getting to the end of their runs, and they're going to have to rebuild next year, which is why they're buying players like Luis Diaz, and they want Carvalho from Fulham. So they're at the end of their run, really. But you're going to see Manchester City are now going to start rebuilding, because now they're worried about Newcastle. So now's the time to hit the iron. We need to rebuild the team.
Talking about their B team would beat the crap out of us.
Yep, and they're still hitting the end of their run. That shows how good they are. But they're hitting the end of their run, and next year they will be rebuilding. So whilst teams are rebuilding next year, we need to hit the iron.
You know what? The longer I look at the question, the more I think I can't wait 10 years. I'm going to have an FA Cup.
Mars is very, very simple.
31 years for us not winning an FA Cup is too long.
I think Levy would love it if I said that we should win the FA Cup this season and the League Cup in 5 years, because that means there won't be a Levy out situation going on. But I mean, I could turn around and say, you know what, 20 trophies in 10 years, and I get 10 years of pure Levy out. I don't know. It's tempting. But no, I'm with Ben. FA Cup in our hand. Shut everyone up. I don't mind waiting 5 years for a bloody league, as long as we get some silverware now. Because look, guys, do you know how difficult it is trying to hold your head up in terms of, like, you support Tottenham and Tottenham's a top team, and people turn around and say, "Oh, you ain't won a trophy in like God knows how long. Like, you guys are a joke." We need to kill that, right? The first thing I'll do, as soon as we won the FA Cup, I would break the contract and say, Conte, let's go for the league next season now. That's what I would do.
And that's what Conte wants to do. I think that is Conte's plan. He knows that every other team is rebuilding. So if we do what a big club does and sees when teams are rebuilding, which is
we've been rebuilding for 21 years.
We have been, but now is the time to hit the iron. If he puts his money where his mouth is and he waits for the other teams around us to rebuild, we can win the league next year. But will they do it? Probably not, because again, they're too comfortable. We need to be hitting the iron now. Because all
Moondog,
rebuilding. Arsenal will probably be rebuilding next year because they've lost a load of players this year because they've got lack of threat up front. Rebuilding. Manchester City will have to rebuild because Newcastle will now be a thing. Newcastle will be spending a shit ton of money next year. And we need to really see what we can do.
Yeah. Moondog's wrong. I think we're going to beat them 4-1 tomorrow. Watch.
I do like. That's a good answer, though, isn't it? Because I like that. I was looking forward to Saturday. Let's get nothing on bottom now. Big up, big go. Cove, quick question for you, sir. With the transfer window closed and us being the only ones out of the top 4 that have done any business, do you think that will go in our favour at the end of the season? That we've actually shipped out these controversial players.
We're in better shape than we were when we started the transfer window. That's it. The other teams are either no different or slightly weaker. So, yeah, it's got to be in our favour, hasn't it?
Yeah. Are you glad to see them players go? Delhi. I know Delhi's permanent. I mean, out of that lot, the question I'm trying to ask you, out of them people that have gone, which one surprised you the most? Really?
Didn't even have to wait for the end of that question. And Ndombele's the one that had to go instantly. If we can just anything to get rid of him whatsoever. Lo Celso's doing nothing and looks like he doesn't give a shit, so he can go too. Dele Alli, on the other hand, he's just been rubbish, but he does at least run around a bit. At least he's like at least he's pretending he was doing something, but he has gone, so I don't have to worry about that now. The other two still worry me about they're going to come back in the summer. Because if they're strolling around at their other clubs as well, then we're not shifting them.
No. But which one surprised you the most? Which transfer out of them going out I thought we'd never get rid of him? I'm actually very surprised. Again?
I didn't think anybody would want to play him the way he was behaving for us.
Yeah. That's a good shout, actually. Ben, to you, which one surprised you the most out of the outgoings? Which players thought we'll never get rid of him, but I'm really shocked he actually went?
Delhi. Because I didn't think any team would take him. 3 years of utter stagnation. He's still quite young, and there is a player there, and you can see it. It's what a lot of people. I don't know who said it. I think it was. And Ndombele is possibly the most talented footballer we've ever had at the football club, and that's not saying how. So there is a player there. If he can do things that Gaza couldn't do, he did things that Hoddle couldn't do, like with his finishing. And the fact that so a team will still think, oh, with that much talent, all you needed him to do is put 20% of that talent, and you've got a player there. So those Lo Celso, he plays brilliantly for Argentina, which is why Alistair Gold says he's on loan from us from Argentina. With Delhi, there's utter stagnation for 3 years, 3 seasons.
It's the really sad part, though, isn't it? When you're saying Ndombele's still young. I mean, Delhi's still 25.
Yeah, but 25 is really hitting the peak as a midfielder, because midfield is not a long career, whereas Ndombele is 22.
I'd say they'll probably peak a bit later than that, but it's a fair point. He's heading towards that area anyway.
He just Delhi gave us a lot more for the first 2 years he was there.
But what I mean,
but, you know,
go on. Sorry.
Look, basically, from what you've said, look, Paratici turned around and said it straight, right, in his interview. He said that Lo Celso and Ndombele are our players. they're going out to get minutes. Now, we know for a fact that Ndombele just wasn't getting the game time in our, with the formation he's got, with the team that we have. He wasn't getting the game time. He was never going to keep developing if that's not that never happens. He needs to mature his attitude a little bit. Maybe going back home to Lyon, right? Yeah, might sort that out for him. Especially if we suddenly go win a cup or something and get in top 4. He'll have to turn around and think, hold on a second, what's going on here? I thought this team was like da 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 da. And on the other hand, look what's happening. Bit of signs of success. I've got a contract. I'm paying bucket loads of money. Who can really afford to buy him off our hands? We have to wait until summer to find out. But Paratici said that these are our players. We're not letting them go. We're giving them time to go out and to get minutes, because players need to play. At certain ages that they are, at certain levels after their injury, especially Lo Celso, he needs game time. Lo Celso has had not that much game time in the last 2 years he's been there. All right. And Ndombele, for one reason or another, is not getting any game time anytime soon. Okay. We can't afford our midfield to be playing 10% of what he's capable of doing. The one I was surprised, a bit like Ben, when Dele Alli was actually sold. That's what got me. I thought it's an impossibility to sell him in January. I said to myself that we might be lucky to get a loan out, but we might actually be able to use him for a tune as a backup. But what they managed to do, hats off. You've managed to work out some sort of system to pay over a certain period of time, depending on what the performances are. That's brilliant. But there is one person that I'm truly shocked that we let go. I mean, we haven't let him go. We let him go back to, Spain or whatever. And that's Gil. And I think the whole reason why we let Gil go is because we've got Kulusevski, who's going to play in a similar position, who can play in a similar position, which is on the right wing. And he's a left-footed player. If you wanted to, you could chuck him on the left, right? Not that I think that'd be the most appropriate bet, because an inverted forward, right, really wants to cut left and shoot with his most powerful foot, which is his left foot, right? So that's your inverted forward. Is he an inverted winger? No, I think he's an inverted forward. Okay. That Gil was the one surprise package that I thought that we're sending out. And maybe they're no better. Maybe he was homesick. Maybe he needed to go back to family for a while. And, with his COVID and stuff, it hasn't helped. He's a young man. And when you got players of flair, and he's definitely a flair player, when you got players like that, they need confidence. And he's very young. So in order to grow that confidence, he has to basically go home for a little while, be with family, have some, whatever, spaghetti or paella. Now, if you look at Sonny, for example, Sonny was a young player when he went to Germany. And his upbringing allowed him the discipline to knuckle down, cry in a corner somewhere, and focus on becoming a professional footballer. And that's what Sonny did. Gil is far more of a flamboyant flair player, and I think very different, Mediterranean-based mentality. So a little bit more emotion. He puts everything on the pitch for us, though. So I think that's an incredible talent. But yeah, that's who I think. I think Gil was the one that I was a bit surprised.
Sonny didn't really start knuckling down until we had that massive disappointment at it was an international game when South Korea didn't play. So originally Sonny went on his own without his dad, and then if you've seen the documentary, he got overweight because he was eating too much food, and then the entire whole of South Korea made fun of him, basically saying he was overweight, he was lackluster, he was poor, and that's when
Burger, right?
His dad said, "You're not going anywhere without me now." So Sonny's dad flew over to Germany, and they worked their socks off, which is why he's with him now, because he knows he can't leave him for 5 minutes. But now Sonny is well past that. Sonny is an ultimate professional now. He's now understood. It's clicked in his brain that his actions mean something. If he's not training, he's not progressing. So maybe Gil needs that, but I do think what Gil has with his family unit of him telling him to come back immediately 6 months into a new move, I think it's a poor mentality for his family. It sounds like over-controlling a player, especially one this young in his career.
No. Say, for example, you had options as a young man to go into a loan move, say, for example, somewhere in England, somewhere in France, somewhere in Germany, somewhere in Holland, and your family turned around and said, no, man, come here. Now, the media can blow that particular statement up in any which way if you take it out of context. You know, the way that it's been portrayed so far on Twitter and so forth, that they want him to come there, they want him to leave Tottenham permanently. No, he's not leaving Tottenham. This is the best thing that's ever happened to this young man. Right? Trust me, our team will be, our club will be good for him because we've developed many players like him and taken them to a next level of eliteness, and then we sold them for like 100 million or whatever.
I think with Gil, I think he needs to change his position because he's a left winger at the moment. I don't know when the last time a left-footed left winger came onto the scene. You guys might.
I do. What's the guy with the hair? Not Head and Shoulders. L'Oreal.
Ginola.
That's him.
But for a left-footed winger on the
quite bad that I know it because of the, because of the.
Because the L'Oreal, because he's worth it.
We are in the era of wing backs, which means you have forwards who are inverted because your wing backs are your wingers and your wingers are more forwards. So for a left-footed left winger, it doesn't really make sense in today's game. So he's going to either have.
Isn't Sonny left-footed though?
No, he's right-footed. He can shoot with both feet.
He's right-footed.
He's right.
Oh, he can play both.
Shoot with both feet. But so. With Gil, I think he needs to change his position. I think he would be a brilliant centre attacking midfielder because he's got all the awareness in the world. If you watch him play, he's always moving his head left, right. He's always getting that information around him. Where's the ball? Where's the player behind him? He's got everything that he needs to be an unbelievable centre attacking midfielder. So I think
he's got an eye for the goal.
Transition into that role because I think he would be brilliant. Because he's got the speed, he's got the work ethic.
Ben, has he got that eye for goal?
Possibly. He does.
Because I've seen him take some shots.
Yeah, he's got a good shot. I saw in the Olympics.
Yeah.
If
you want to play through the middle, you have to have the ability to score a goal.
Which I think he will do eventually. It's something you can teach.
What I've seen him do on the right and what I've seen him do on the left, same thing. He'll take the ball out wide. He'll then try to go around his man. Okay, he'll fight in that corner. And I think to a certain degree that may be not what Conte wants. Conte doesn't want that ball to be hanging around the corners. He wants it coming in. Wants it coming sooner. But either way, I think you're right. He's mentality-wise, I think he's just young. Yeah. I think he's just incredibly young. And I think that going home, being with family, playing in the league that he understands, getting a bit more sun, it's going to mature him a little bit more. And give him more game time in his legs. That's important. He needs game time in his legs. He needs to keep... The thing is, some of the things he does, he needs to keep playing on a regular basis in order for him to get more familiar, get more comfortable, so that he can be a lot more, efficient with what he does. And that comes with playing time. It can't come with just being on the training pitch all the time. You need to get out there on the pitch. And you need that real-life experience of playing against oppositions in order for you to bring out your skills. And I think that once he's done that and he comes back in September next season, right? Or in August, sorry. That's really when we're going to start to see Gil starting to come into our first team on the bench, starting position. And that'd be great. I think with Kulusevski, right, being out there, I think it gives Conte the opportunity to say, you know what, Giza, you can go out alone. Let you mature out. Let's not put the pressure on you. Because if you do play for a team like Tottenham, the demand is great. And people like, for example, Ndombele, they folded under that pressure. You could see that from the beginning. It's like he got into strop about it, and since then he hasn't recovered. Right? You see that time and time again. But having said that, when you see the training videos, there's not one look from anybody that is downcast when they look at Ndombele. So this crap about the dressing room is just crap. Trust me. You show me one video where the players, apart from when he's walked off slowly, right? Apart from that,
that's a pretty big one, though.
I know, but that's on the pitch, right? What I'm saying is when they're amongst each other and they're amongst, like, often the training, right, players, they seem to be getting along really, really well. But I think that walking off slowly, that's what done it. That's really what done it.
Yeah. I agree. I've been really good answers to that question. Absolutely. So thanks for that. I'm just watching also the opening ceremony of the Winter Olympics, and we've just been watching some of the countries coming out. I never realised Jamaica sent a winter team to the Winter Olympics.
Oh yeah. Ever seen the film Cool Runnings?
Yeah, I have. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for the Irish team to come out. I don't know how many we've sent, but I saw one country.
I don't even need winter outfits. The Irish, they're just battle hardened. They're gonna be there. Just gonna come in a t-shirt. Yep.
Yeah, that's it. That's
Ready to go.
It's like the English team, British team. There's a bunch of Geordies with no shirt on.
Can you what like it?
No. But just for key update, Israel's just come out now. They're yeah. So I thought that might cheer you up a bit. But the Irish are coming. The Irish are coming out there. Right. I'll start with this question with you, Kauffie. If Conte's back next season, and we get big up Alexander Hilton for the question. So if Conte's back next season and we get top 4, do you think we'll win the Champions? Do you think we'll win the Champions League?
What, the next season?
Yeah.
After no. But we will win it. It'll just take us about 3 or 4 years. Yeah. We're definitely having it. I mean, what I'm waiting, it's just a question of time now. With somewhere in the next 5 years, we'll be winning the septuple. Charity Shield, FA Cup, League Cup, Champions League.
Your hands trophy.
Yeah, the Super Cup, the Club Championship Cup, and we've had Charity Shield as well. So it's the octuple that's on the card. So yeah,
and the club,
5 years' time, we'll be walking away with that. No doubt about it whatsoever. Just need to back Conte.
Yeah, and the Club World Championship as well, Kauffie. Is that right?
Done that one.
Yeah, we've done that one. Okay, good.
Let's have the Eurovision Song Contest as well. Why not?
No, that's Irish. We always win that.
Tottenham Tantrum Gold is sending their team to the Eurovision. We're going to win it.
Yeah.
Sending Dermot a pint of Guinness.
The meat song.
Yeah, I'm sending.
The meat song's taking it home.
I'm sending Kauffie and Ben to sing "The Town I Love So Well" by the Dubliners. And Mr.
No,
K
we're going to sing the sick note. We're going to sing the sick note.
And big up to Ryan. I saw in the comments, it's snowy in Derry. Big up to you, Ryan. Keep safe, man. As I say, big up to the people of Derry. Free Derry. That's what we all say. Right. Kauffie, with Conte now, coming to the summer, and people think he might walk out. What do you think that will happen? What do you think will happen in the summer? Do you think he'll stay? Yeah,
he's got to back Conte. It looks like it's a project that's starting now, so you've got to see it through.
Yeah.
Are you asking what you think?
Hang on, Miss Carey. Go to Ben, and then I'll go to you. Yeah. So, is that? So, do you think he will then? Do you think Levy will, or do you think it'll be another?
He's got to. Otherwise, what's the point in all of this? If he doesn't back Conte in the summer, why are we doing any of this now?
Yeah. We can see that Conte has asked for 3 players to leave the club, and those 3 players are out of the club. You can already see it. He wanted Dele out, he wanted the Cell Sub out, because they didn't. Apparently, him and the Cell Sub hated each other. But apparently, everyone hates the Cell Sub, according to many of the people that were training ground. So
I didn't like the Cell Sub either. 3 of the people that he wanted out are already gone. So we can already see that Paratici is starting to put his money where his mouth is, hopefully. For
me, it's not. Yeah, it's not a question of will he back Conte in the summer. It's how long is it going to go on for?
Yeah,
will he be allowed to back Conte by the man in charge? If he doesn't back Paratici and he doesn't back Conte, he's gone.
Mr. K, what's your answer to that?
Okay. What this club has given Conte so far for this transfer window is a teeny weeny little taste, right? We will know by the time that we get towards the end of the season whether that taste was enough to satisfy Conte, because Conte is going to keep in the back of his mind that this particular chairman doesn't necessarily back his managers. If he was going to back any manager ever, it would have been Poch. Okay, now the difference is if you piss off Poch, right? Yeah, like the guy, you're only pissing off the fans, and Levy don't give a bananas about that. So what is Levy going to care about? Well, Levy's going to care about the image that he has as a chairman, the image that the club has when it comes to attracting things, and also how it affects his relationships with other entities like agents, clubs, players, and so forth, news agents, news outlets, media, and so forth. If he loses Conte, he loses face.
Yeah.
If he lost Poch, he only loses the fans. And as you can see, he don't care, right? He really genuinely doesn't care. We're addicted to the club. We've got no choice. We can't run away. So I believe that Conte will be staying for the summer. And he'll be staying all the way up to August, until the 31st of August. And if Diddley Squat ain't happening the way he wants it to happen right, that man will walk 1st of September.
Yeah.
That's my personal opinion.
Yeah.
Right.
I agree with you. I agree with you, Mr. K.
And I'll tell you the truth, it ain't gonna be Levy that's gonna get Levy out of trouble. It's gonna be Paratici.
It will. Can I just say big up to Cody Mack if you're watching? Canada's just walked out. I don't know how they do this alphabetically, but it's not actually popular alphabetical.
No,
So
they don't do it alphabetically.
Canada's come after India. I mean, how does that work in the advert? Anyway,
I think it must be the teams with the biggest. I don't know. I'm not going to come up with some rubbish.
We have 31 people watching us this morning. I mean, thank you all for watching. Please like and subscribe. We'll put that in. Please like and subscribe to this great channel. Hit that bell, hit the notification bell, and for future shows. And if you do want to, you can donate to the channel. The money goes back into the channel. The link is all below. Ben, with Conte now and the players he's brought in, who would you like Paratici to go after in the summer? But also first, with Hitchin getting fired, what do you think was the reason behind that?
Okay, so the first part of the question, who should we get in the summer? I think personally we should get Sven Botman as a left-sided centre-back, because we need to get someone that's actually someone that is a specialist in that position, whether it is Sven Botman or it's a Schlotterbeck, someone that can play left centre-back. Because we need another left centre-back. We've only got one at the moment, and it's Davis. And he's not really a specialist in that position. He plays that position, he's good at it.
We need someone like Tonga.
Sorry, can I just stop you there? Sorry. We did send that Dustin the Turkey to a Eurovision Song Contest one year. I don't know what the hell we were thinking, but honestly, Dustin the Turkey is one of those characters from Ireland. If anyone on the channel, I think John Fitzpatrick will know, goes like the Zig and Zag and Podge, and I think it's Dodge and Podge or something like that. The puppets. But Dustin the Turkey we did send him to sing a song at the Eurovision Song Contest.
And he was bloody brilliant, I reckon.
No, it wasn't our finest hour, but I don't think, I'm right to say, Ireland have never got 0 points in Eurovision Song Contest. In all the years we've entered it, we've never finished.
Can I ask, does that thing still go on?
Yeah, it's the best thing ever.
Yeah.
It's a national holiday in the UK. Watching England getting no points. It's the most brilliant.
I mean, seriously, like that stuff still happens?
Yeah, it's brilliant.
With the internet? You know, why? Why?
She has her own little party here, Eurovision Song Contest. I mean, Ireland's never going to win it.
You could design an EDM track, it would be more famous.
Yeah, we sent Westlife to the Eurovision. One of the members of Westlife, we didn't even beat the semi-finals. But it's quite funny. You get to the vote.
The legitimate artists never do well at Eurovision. No. The only one that ever did well was ABBA, and that's because you couldn't not vote for ABBA because ABBA were amazing.
Yeah, I mean Ireland won it. We won it 3 years in a row. Every year we won it. I think the Irish government at the time getting a bit pissed off by winning it. Where are we going to put it next? But Eurovision.
Back to the football, because this is a football show. A lot of people in the chat are saying Hitchin resigned. he's resigned to save face because he knew he was going to get fired. Because what has happened, it came out, I've said this about 3 days in a row without the Alistair Gold video, but it holds true. Paratici has spent most of this season gutting the scouting department, which he's been gutting the scouting department, and he's been sending hundreds of job adverts for scouting positions. And who was in charge of the scouting department for the last 4 years as the technical performance director?
Hitchin.
Yeah. So Hitchin jumped.
It was the dinner lady.
Yeah, probably.
So Hitchin was going to get fired. Whether he resigned to save face, I think Levy's told him to resign so he can get another job. Because again, as Kuba says, Levy likes him because he was a yes man for Levy. So Levy told him to jump before he was pushed by Paratici. He was well within the firing line, and then he had an artillery gun fired at his position. So to all the people that saying he resigned, if he didn't resign, he was going to get fired, and it would have been a public firing. So it was good for him that he left before the gunfire.
Yeah. Poof. This is from Carl Simpson. I've just spotted it. I've been trying to look for information on it. I can't find a lot, but I've said to you before in private that
I can send you a copy if you want.
Huh?
I can send you a copy.
Yeah. The Athletic
basically, the Athletic are not reporting that actually Spurs are up for sale. They're just saying that basically there's an evaluation that's made on the prospect of being able to sell the club. But the reason why all the chat is going on is because they had a dignitary that actually did arrive to actually look at the club. A Chinese American businessman from Singapore.
Yeah, they won't sell.
His name is Lee.
Yeah.
Sorry? I may have got international.
I don't. If the club, me.
So basically, the word is, if you look deeper, there's most likely a chance that he was just brought here to buy a minority stake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's most likely the story, because the thing is that Levy has been reported that he goes to Singapore once a year. Right? I don't know why.
The AIA sponsorship deal.
There you go. That's why. So, and surprisingly enough, this particular businessman is from Singapore. But he did get the red carpet treatment when he came.
He lives in Singapore. He's not actually Singaporean. He's Chinese born.
I'm just saying. I'm just connecting dots.
Yeah.
But anyway, the question I was going to ask. The question I was going to ask Hoover. Sorry, the question I was going to ask Hoover was with the Athletic. Well, we're now not reporting it. Can you see somebody coming in and doing an ENIC like ENIC did when Sugar took over? Just buy a stake in and just do like they've done, or do you think somebody come in and just buy it straight out?
No, nobody's going to worm their way in because it's not on the. We're not publicly floating the shares or anything, so there's no obligation for them. There's no way they can take over Daniel Levy or ENIC's shares without making them an offer directly. So no, that's not going to be the case. They'd have to negotiate with them. So they can't worm their way in, but they can certainly make an offer. For me, there's no obvious outright buyer unless it's the likes of Amazon. But are they going to? Who knows? Pure speculation. It makes more sense, I think, if they're making a sort of minority share, trying to get a minority stake into the company, just inject some funds into it, and looking at long term, making a bit of money themselves, as people seem to do nowadays. But I don't see ENIC just being that eager to sell up after they've got all their off the field activities, really pushing forward, huge developments. It's a massive cash cow for them. Why would they want to sell it? It doesn't make sense, and it doesn't work out that this particular gentleman's going to be doing a sponsorship deal with, like ground naming or anything like that. It's not got the sort of businesses that sort of jump out at you saying that he'll want advertising rights on that. So, minority stakeholding sounds pretty likely to me, if anything at all.
Yeah, no, I'll probably agree with you because Aaron Dubbs just put here, hi lads, just back. You're talking about Eurovision 2006 specialist singer Una Healy from King and Paula Glamour. Paula is my sister. Thankfully, she used her married name, not our name. Embarrassing. She was the backing vocalist to Brian Kennedy. Horrible song. Oh Jesus, yeah. Oh, that's well. Big up your sister anyway. She sang at Univision, so big up to her.
She should have kept the name Dub, because if you've got a dub, you're going to win. Get those dubs.
Yeah. Ellie said, "Good morning, Ellie," and she says, "I will apply for one of those scouting jobs. Got a pretty good, decent CV. Played for Spurs ladies. Born and bred in Tottenham. Got my 2 coaching badges, so know the game. So about time we had a lady scout. Yeah, we're back all the way.
No, Ellie can't do that. We'll end up with 10 Hoybiers.
That's actually really true. Actually, Mr. K, you still there?
Yes, I am indeed.
Okay.
Sorry, I just don't work on screen. That's all.
Okay. We're now at Saudi Arabia at the Winter Olympics. I'm just really surprised some of these countries that are coming out. I mean, there's no snow or ice in some of these countries. I don't know what they're doing there. I do not know. Right. We're going to wind up the show soon. So quickly, I'm going to go around score prediction for tomorrow, and then I think that's where we'll leave it from there. Because it's it's Friday and it's quarter to 1. Everyone's got to do. Ben's got a few things to stuff.
Yeah.
Kauffie needs to go and find Levy and get shock him up a bit, shake him out, get more money out of him, and Mr. K is probably going to help him. Right, Kauffie, Brighton tomorrow, FA Cup. Will we win the FA Cup, and what the score will be?
Yep, definitely winning the FA Cup. No doubt about it whatsoever. Smashing Brighton 5-0. Kane hat-trick. Davies and Skippy with the other goals because they're due on. I'm putting some money on Davies scoring a goal. He's getting closer all the time.
Yeah. Ben, are we going to win the FA Cup? And what's the score going to be tomorrow?
We're going to do what Danny Blanchflower said. We're going to play the football games and see what happens. But I think we will batter Brighton 4-0 tomorrow, because Brighton will do what they usually do when they turn up at the lane. They'll play tippy-tappy football and we'll hit them on the counter and we will batter them. I'm fed up of all this talk that Brighton are amazing. They're Brighton, for God's sake. They're Brighton. They always turn up at the lane, they put 10 men behind the ball and we beat them. They do it every time they play us. They've done it for the last 20 years when they've played us. So we will beat them tomorrow. I don't see any. There's no doubt in my mind. And look, everyone's talking about Brighton, that they're a Champions League winner, for God's sake. They've still only got 30 points in the league this year. They could still go down. 30 points is a dangerous. You start to feel comfortable and then you go down. So I think they will rest players tomorrow. I think they will prioritise the league. So I think we will batter them tomorrow. 4-0. 4-0.
And will we win the FA Cup, Ben?
I bloody well hope so.
Okay.
As long as we don't play Chelsea, we'll win the FA Cup.
Yeah. Okay. And Mr. K, will we win the FA Cup, and what's the score tomorrow?
I think it'd be extremely hard to win the FA Cup this season, but it's not impossible. We've got Conte. The score tomorrow. Ben is right. The only problem that Brighton have got is that they don't have the firepower that we have, and our firepower is dangerous on the counter, right? So I predict it's going to be 4-1. The reason why is because I think Brighton will want to win something. They want to have a cup run, and as much as Ben thinks that they're going to prioritize because they've got 30 points, they've only got 6 points less than us, and we're not scared. So I don't think Brighton will be scared of that either. I think they're going to concentrate all their marbles into this particular game because we've got a game tomorrow, then we've got one on Wednesday, then we've got one on Sunday, and it goes like that, right? So in wear and tear, we're going to get more wear and tear in the future than they are. We've got to be more cautious about what players we put on the pitch than Brighton have to. I think Brighton have got nothing to lose, but they're still going to go down 4-1.
Okay.
That's my prediction.
Thank you. Just to keep you up to date where they are in the Olympic opening ceremony, Great Britain have just come out. And they've come out for Ireland, so I find that, we should have come out for the British anyway. But anyway, the British have come out for you, Kauffie.
Well, the British have to come out first because they're never going to beat the Irish. They're running away.
Well, they are. When you've got about a good squad there. but we're sending 8 people. I don't know what sports because we don't have a ski slope in Ireland, and one of them skiing. So I don't know where she's been practicing. But anyway, the Irish will win.
Don't do skiing, isn't it? Because they do get quite a bit of snow in Ireland.
Yeah, but
they're always out on the piste in Ireland.
You try skiing down Croke Patrick, and my Irish brother who's in there will vouch for me. Croke Patrick's a big mountain in Ireland. There's a church actually on top of it. People walk up this mountain in their bare feet. People have died coming off it, actually the other way. But people walk up in their bare feet to celebrate St. Patrick. I've climbed it once with my dad. It's a big thing in Ireland to climb Croke Patrick, but it's very dangerous because people have actually died coming off the other way. Actually, apparently you can drink up the top of there, I think. So I was told. I never saw it, but people do drink going up there. This one's for you, Kauffie, from Phil. We'll end the show on this one. Go on. I'll let you answer this.
Would you rather fight a horse-sized duck or 10 horses that are duck-sized?
I've seen this before.
Obviously, 10 horses that are duck-sized would be a lot easier.
Yeah.
A horse-sized duck is going to kill you in one hit.
Yeah, bite your head off.
But anyway, thank you everyone who's come in. 26 people are still watching us. Can't really believe that. Thank you so much. Please like and subscribe and hit that notification bell. We have a lot of new shows coming in the pipeline. We've got a lot of new ideas coming. I've had a few days off. I've written down a load of ideas. So this channel is going to be taking a lot of different directions. A lot of different shows with different presenters. But please, everyone, please come back tonight for 11. Kauffie, plug the show tonight, sir. And what have you got coming tonight at 11?
The Friday night shows, it's just a case of unwinding from a tough week. It's nothing serious. There's no format. It doesn't even have to be football related. We'll do we'll do questions like would you rather and things like that. Talk about crisps and sweets from the 1980s and horses. You know who your favourite female movie star is nowadays. It doesn't matter. It's just a relax, put your feet up, talk like idiots in the pub. Drinking is encouraged.
Yeah.
That's basically it.
What time does that start, Kauffie?
That'll be. Well, I don't even know when we're scheduled for. It's that slack. Kicking out time at the pub, basically. Okay. So we're looking at about 11 o'clock-ish, something like that.
And please get over there and support the guys tonight. They do a brilliant show. It's got nothing to do with me. It's all Phil and Kluber's ideas. Their own show.
And it is the home of the steak song with Alex Hilton. Yeah. R2-D2 and C3PO noises coming from inside a cupboard.
Yeah.
That's what it sounds like with Alex.
So please, everyone, get out there and support them. It is a great show and the lads do a brilliant job. So please show them some love tonight. Ben, I know you're going to do your coffee shop stream soon.
Yeah.
What time is that? And tell people about them who haven't heard about you, who haven't heard about your show before. So just give a quick description.
So we will be streaming today at 3:30 on the Kauffie channel, which is the Kauffie company. I don't know if you guys have the link or if you want me to send the link. But today,
send us the link and I'll send the link.
I'll send you the link quickly so you can put it in the chat. But basically, it's just an unwind from your stressful day. We're going to talk about many things to do with Kauffie today. It's just a place where you can hang out and just get out the stress of the world. I mean, Kauffie likes to liken it to Bob Ross, but with coffee. It's your perfect place to wind down in the afternoon, and it's going to be great. Some new things to try today, hopefully. You never know what's going to happen on the coffee show. We don't know who is going to turn up in the coffee shop. You never know who's going to turn up.
You never know.
I'll keep telling you, put some Lego in the blender to spice things up a bit, Ben.
I'm not wasting my coffee grinder.
Right. The link for Ben's chat, Ben's show is now in the chat. I'm trying to stretch this out a little bit because I'm waiting for Ireland to come out. So I'm trying to stretch this as far as I can go. Wherever they are on it. I'm going to
stop you stretch now by turning on my bloody coffee roaster. So if you think his airport is loud, Mr. K, this is much worse.
Yeah, sorry.
I thought that was a coffee machine.
What?
I thought that was a coffee maker. I mean, not coffee maker. I thought it was a pizza maker.
No, it's a coffee roaster.
Actually,
Oh, right.
Cuba now come out. So God knows.
I saw the chimney coming up, and I thought it was an oven.
Right,
It
Mr.
It
K,
is an oven, but it's for beans. Okay.
Mr. K, please, where can people find you? I know you're going to see a lot more of you on here, but where can people find you every Tuesday and plug your channel, sir?
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to come onto your channel. First of all, people do please like this particular channel, sub if you can, and tell people about it, share it. My show's on Will Stewart's THFC Rants channel every Tuesday night. I do a show called Talk to K. It's 11 o'clock p.m. To 1 o'clock in the morning, and that's GMT. We have lots of different types of fans and from around the world that actually view our show, so it's quite a cosmopolitan mix. It's a bit of a chill out because it's quite late night time. We don't tend to get too serious about things. So yeah, come along, relax with Kay, or talk to Kay.
Yeah, talk to Kay is right.
You.
Yeah, I can't fast forward, Chris, because the Olympic Games have a really weird alphabet. It's like they mumble it all together and just, Norway now coming after God knows where. I don't know. It's really ridiculous. So I was trying to stretch that Ireland would come out, but no, Ireland probably the last ones to come out anyway. Probably drinking in the pub somewhere. But anyway, listen, all thank you very much for watching this morning. We may do something at 5:30. I don't think we will because the lads are doing something at 11. But we may be on over the weekend. As I said, we've got a few new ideas. I have a few ideas. The channel's going to be going in different directions. So please like and subscribe. Get over to Ben's channel, like that. Get over to Mr. K's channel, like his channel on Tuesday. Please support Kauffie when he goes over to the Love Lounge and Spurs Eurasian TV as well. The Eugene, please support that. So if you see one of us on any channels, especially Love Lounge, Kauffie, is that one you go onto as well?
Oh, Mari's Love Lounge, brilliant.
Yeah.
Every Wednesday. Every Wednesday.
And what other ones do you go on as well? Could just plug the channels you go on to.
I'll tend to favour the ones like Mari's, Mr. K's as well, Spurs Agent, because they got a different kind of vibe to other channels. It's a little bit more relaxed, a little bit more fun put into it, rather than more sort of breaking news and focusing entirely on the football. But otherwise, I like to go Paxton Road quite often, and of course David and Jack's channel over on Irish Hotspur.
Yeah.
So it's always a go-to place for us. Yeah.
It's our mothership.
Tottenham on tour. That's another one regularly on Spurs shelf side. They had Mickey Hazard on last night.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's brilliant. 7:30,
I should say. Any other channels out there? If there's a small channel there that looks like it could do with an extra subscribe, give it a little click because it helps us all. We're all a really good community behind the scenes here, supporting each other. So show a bit of love to us, and we'll keep going because it drives us on. Just having a little bit of appreciation every now and then.
And personally, I want to thank everyone who contacted me personally for your words after last night. It really meant a hell of a lot to everyone. So everyone that went on before me, you're all legends. But personally, people that have contacted me personally, thank you so much. It meant a hell of a lot. And also a big thank you to Kauffie and Ben and Phil and Mr. K, who were great support last night to me as well afterwards. They were all fantastic. So thank you very much indeed. And until we meet again, may God bless you all.
I do actually have a little surprise here for fans of Dermot's audio setup. I've got a special outro sort of bit of music. If we want this, I'll just give it a little play. Stop it any time you're ready, Dermot.
I hear it. You know something? Did you copy that from Bob Spur? Because he used to do things like that. He used to play it in the background.
I've just got the urge to sing "She's Coming Round the Mountain When She Comes." I don't know why every time you play that, I just get the urge to sing that song. Anyway, listen, thank you very much for everyone. Ireland's not going to come out around there, but big up Ireland for the Winter Olympics. We're going to get all gold medals in my dreams. Anyway, God bless you all. Have a great day. We might be on over the weekend, but join the boys at 11 tonight for the free-for-all show. God bless you all, and come on, you Spurs.
You'll never beat the Irish.
Levy out.
Levy out.
What, Cliff?
We're still there.
Levy out.